Okay, so directly behind me is a fence post, but you can't see it because I'm in front of it. So I stand like this. Um, Basically, I face this way with the feet underneath the shoulders, and I turn my feet 45 degrees this way. So that's the stance. So I'm standing behind my blade. Now, a number one, the sword is placed here, 45 degrees along the back, and then it goes 45 degrees until it hits this line in the middle of my body here, which we're going to call 90. And basically the arm stays basically straight. So the blade is almost perpendicular to the forearm, and the arm stays at 90 degrees. Now, of course, this blade, this gununting, this is parallel, and my wrist is kept solid and straight, except the blade, because the blade is a little bit curves a little bit forward. But when I'm swinging, my arm, and I'm close enough where I could put my thumb in my ear, is one way to think about it, and it's 45 degrees across my back, 45 degrees across my back, and as I strike, it goes down 45 degrees, and then goes to the opposite shoulder, and then comes down through the head, breaks here, and then folds back, and then goes through, But my arm is staying basically 90, and my wrist is basically staying straight until it gets here, which visually I'm not going to be looking at anyway. So you can just keep the wrist straight, because over here, whatever happens past here, I'm not looking at. Now, directly behind me is a post, but you can't see that post. So if I had somebody doing one of these, which is a number one, this is a number two, so this is a number one, this is a number one. If I had somebody that was doing a number one to me like that, from this side, of course it'd be coming from the opposite side, it'd be coming from this side. If he does that, then one of the things that I might do is I could step forward off this white line and onto the black line and cut. I could also step 90. And cut. And then I could also step reverse 45 this way and cut. But every time that I do this, every time I do a counterattack to the attack, you will see that you can now see the fence post because I am off line of that attack. So if I go this way, you can see the fence post, and I'm back. If I go 90, you can see the fence post, and if I go reverse 45, you can see the fence post. Because they're attacking here, and I'm getting offline, and offline. So I'm no longer in this corridor of white. Now, the only reason we need this side is because if a number two is coming, number two is from this side, it's actually better for me to go this way, because to get away from the path of the blade. So this corridor is a corridor that we don't want to go into. This obviously is really not going to cut it unless I can come on the inside, which would be hard. And if I just step back, then he can just chase me. And also, if he's doing some kind of a thrust, then obviously going straight back is not going to help me because he can just chase me. So basically, you know, we're on this corridor here. When we get off, when we get off, when we get off, when we get off, and we get off, and we get off. So we can visually represent, and maybe we could do something if you stay in that corridor. It says move, 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 or step, 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 step. And then, you know, maybe we can label the attack so that you know, 1, 2, and then this is getting a little bit off track, but basically, I want you to know what this angle looks like. You know, so when I grab the weapon, or if my hand is in this position, then the blade is going to be not quite straight up, but at an angle a little bit. And then this is going to stay, the wrist is going to stay solid. This is more or less going to stay at a 90. This is going to stay at a 90, and then it's going to be the shoulder doing the work. For the most part. At least what you can see visually. And once it goes past here, sometimes the wrist will break, but it doesn't matter because it's not anything that I should be seeing. If I'm doing this, I should not be seeing past here because I'm swinging in front. Now later, we're going to have 3 or 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that makes an X in front of me. And that X is, we call it an X, as you and I know, it's half of a sphere. So, but you can say it's an X, which is more or less 45 degrees, but not exactly. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is what's in front of me. So the attacks could consist of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then of course you have to have something that has some kind of a straight thrust. So something whereby something just is being thrust at you, you know, completely straight. So with the 1, 2, 3, 4 and a straight thrust, we pretty much have it all that we need to deal with. And then that's it.